This is Lucien speaking to you from theRock. Behind me, Asfedra Ibiza, power spot, magnetic pulse, energetic, cleaning and unifying and intensifying source of energy. I wanted to share an insight I had this morning. I was watching some clips, 25-year-old clips from Rage Against the Machine. Remember Rage Against the Machine? Killing in the name of, or Limp Bizkit, Public Enemy, these rappers that stood on the stage and with fire in their eyes just, like made people aware about how the system works and that the system doesn't work, basically. I just realized that we were all so much fighting against the system. There's still a lot. Well, actually, there's a lot of movement going on, right? There's a lot of change happening around this time on the planet, and but I think that unease and dissatisfying feeling of people living all around the world that feel a victim of systems that hasn't changed that much, and there's just even more revolt, there's even more unsatisfaction because there's more and more polarity. For example, the populist movements, I mean, it's about the population, right? It's about the people, population, and there's big amounts of people want this change, but they don't know how to get there. But they voice that change by voting for populists, and that means that the leaders of these movements, of these populist movements, like Wilders in Holland or Trump, they just misuse that feeling and feed that feeling of being against the system, basically. And but of course they are not the solution, because it's only about gain their personal power and getting more of that. And so the basic question here is how can that be redirected, that unrest and that revolutionary power, to a real changing movement? Of course, we need a different type of leaders. We need leaders, women and men, that actually are coming from more a unity perception, unity awareness, because all of that fighting against, rising up against, creates a huge separation. And if we realize that we're all responsible for the system because we created ourselves, then we can also be responsible for creating something else, right? And that's what's happening everywhere, in small circles, communities, bigger circles. And what's also very interesting to see is that people in power with a lot of money on top of the pyramid are changing too. There are many more and more people in that position that feel that they want to redefine their role, and they want to redistribute that money. They want to give back. They want to flow that energy out of that pyramid, top, because it's too destructive. It's actually destructing our earth. It's destructing our mother. It's also almost an awareness wave going over the earth, coming actually from this kind of spots. I mean, I truly believe that the power spots in the world are places where high vibrational, new programs, new energy, new paradigms are entering the earth. And we are here to co-create and, give hands and feet to that energy and awareness. Actually, there's this amazing, beautiful mix happening of new earth consciousness, people that reconnect to the earth and see it as a fundamental part of ourselves and respect it, and with new technology. And of course, this technology brings us also this change, which is really amazing to see. And I'm talking here, for example, about blockchain, which is a huge tool for decentralization, but true decentralization, in the sense that we're moving out of control from government, banks, people that needed to control our ways of exchange, into a technology that is enabling us to find new forms of exchange that are age-old, with using tokens, token of appreciation, tokens that symbolize and represent a value. And it just works that as long as we trust that token and it's transparent, then we create a blockchain-driven community. But at the end, people are standing up, and I mean, everybody here can realize on this beautiful planet that we can create something, right? We can be passive, and we can be a victim of the system or anything, but that's not going to work. If we start to realize that we are the creators, then we move from that being victim into being really truly empowered.